welcome back. Today we're talking about Up Around the Bend by Creedence Clearwater Revival, CCR. And it's hard to believe that this song was actually written in a pinch just before going out on tour because we have enough new material. Just hard to believe that this became such an important rock and iconic song. So we're going to talk about the intro today, the intro riff that you just heard. We're going to talk about the chords for the chorus. We're going to talk about the guitar solo riff. We're going to talk about the outro guitar riff. So if you stick around to the end of the video, you'll witness all four of those things. And by the end of the video, we're going to do like little deep dives on each section so you will be able to play each part. Oh yeah. Here's the intro riff. We're going to do 60 beats per minute as per usual. If you have been a fan of our Chord Rabbit Hole series, you'll notice that everything we do around here is on 60 beats per minute. So we're going to start with open D string. We're going to locate the open D string first, give that a good pluck, and then we're going to slide. We're going to slide all the way from, we're going to dig on fret 2, start right there because that's kind of where the hand hits the fretboard, the headstock of the guitar. We're going to pluck that and slide up to, with the middle finger, up to fret number 11 on the G string. We're not going to hang out here. By the time we pluck the string, we'll already be in motion. Okay? Downstroke, slide up to, oh, it's easy to go over, so don't do that. We've got to practice this a lot so that we actually get familiar with that gross motor skill that will index into shape, will into place. We'll actually learn how to stop exactly where we need to through muscle memory, right? So a lot of repetition might be needed, and if so, that's okay. We all go through it. So it's open D, slide from 2 to 11, and then we use an upstroke to capture finger 1 on fret 10 on the high E and finger 10 on the B string. We're doing that with a finger roll, so we're not like, picking, using the fingertip, picking it up, moving it all the way to the B string, and then we're not doing that. So it's, and then we're using that second finger to grab fret 11 on the G string. And then we're finally ending on that. This exact pattern is going to be used for the next piece, so you've learned most of the introduction guitar part already. So that's good news, all right? So we've got to time it 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. Then we pluck the open A string, which is just such an iconic lick, and it's so easy to play. I don't know why more of us aren't playing it right now. Such a great tune. A, and we're sliding again, starting with fret 2, not starting there, but just sort of starting in the vicinity, so that by the time we start plucking the string, left hand's already in motion. Slide up to fret 6. Same thing happens here with a reverse finger roll. Fret 5 on the high E, and then 5 to the B string through a finger roll, right? So when we roll, let me just explain this real quick. When we roll, we're not actually going to, keep the finger laying, because I think it just creates 2 notes that ring at the same time. So if we roll a little bit, just that simple act of rolling will choke off the string that we're leaving behind. So that creates a really clean technique. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and then we start in the verse section, which is D, 5, and then A, 5, with a little shuffle pattern. So we've got that D5, and then we're using open and 2. So open D and fret 2 on the G. Fret 4 on the G string. 2 and 3 and 4, and then A. And then there's a little anticipation getting back to the D. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, so what we're going to do is just do that little blues shuffle pattern. And it's such a great classic riff, too, on the guitar. That this you can apply into hundreds of songs, you know, just this simple technique. We're plucking the 2 middle strings open in 2. And then we're palm muting it a little bit. We're just kind of giving it the Daniel LaRusso. I'll insert a karate chop sound here. So we've got this nice, we're not really looking to chop the guitar in half, obviously. And we're not really looking to we're trying to get just over creep over the string set. Okay, that's important. If we get too far out there, we choke the string set and kill the sound, you know, basically choke instead of palm mute. So we're just trying to warm up the sound a little bit. 2 and 3, and let's turn this metronome on again to 60 beats per minute. Our old friend again. Hello, Mr. Metronome. Welcome back. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then A, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I think it's 1 and 2 and. I think it's on the and of 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So let's start that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and T and 4. Good. Okay, so the solo section is this. We've got this really cool solo section. And we're starting with that open... oh, there it is right there, I think. So we're going to start again with that 2nd fret slide. You could get up to fret 3 if you wanted to create a shorter slide sound and a more well-defined, sort of cleaner sound, but we're going to start with open G, forward roll, slide from 2 to 4 up to fret 3, and then with finger 1, and then we're doing this, you know, you've heard the blues house pattern, right? Everybody, you know, anyone uses it, so you may as well do it, right? And you're probably already using it. And if you are, you're probably kicking my butt with it. We start right there. As soon as we land on that wall over here, we're bending that note immediately up to sound like fret 7. You know, fret number 7 on the B string. So it's a whole step bend. And it's not 6. We're going for 7, right? So you have to, I always have to run up there, play the note, listen to the note, memorize it, and go back and bend it up to in tune. Yeah, that's important, hugely important. And then we're doing a pluck, release, bend, pull off, right? Oh, there's another country style bend here, blues bend. Oh yeah, that's so cool. So maybe what we do is start with the 2nd finger and then get down here with the 1st finger on fret 2 so we can grab that note that we're going to bend and hold while we pluck that B string. So we use finger 1, walk up to finger 3, bend it up again to sound like fret number 6, finger 3 on fret 4, bend it up to sound like fret number 6, and then that, you'll know when it's in tune. You'll just have to really use your ears. We'll use our ears to listen to when that's in tune. And then you might not want to tune it exactly with fret number 6. You might have a little sweetened preference, you know, so. And then it just repeats. And then it does this. little bend. Don't release the bend. Mute the string, unbend the string, go back to fret 4. On the last time, we'll bend and release the note, and then walk our way down to the 2nd fret on the G string, finishing the little solo. And then I think that's that. Wow, that's probably most of the song. Let's skip, because we already did the verse and the chord, the chord stuff, and I think that just repeats itself. So we're left with the outro. Here's the outro. And it's really staccato. He doesn't, the guitarist, Mr. Fogerty's not sort of sitting there, like he's singing in a church cathedral in a chorus. But, well, I guess they do staccato too, right? It's just getting in and out the notes. It's, finalizing the song. He repeats it a few times. So we're sliding from fret 10 on the G string with the middle finger up to fret 11 on the G string. And repeating that again 3 times, and then going back to where we came from, and then sliding into fret 11 again. And then finishing with, if you've been following the chord rabbit holes, this was part of the D chord rabbit hole. So this is, D, F sharp, and A. So it's a triad, a D major triad. Any way we slice it, right? So maybe you want to hear that with a metronome so you know where to place that too. I'll just count it out in case you're still hanging around and you're really looking for that detail. 60 beats per minute. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and... So where does it come in? 1 and 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4. 1 and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1 and 2, and 3, 4. 1 and 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4. 1 and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1 and 2, and 3, 4. And I sure am glad you're hanging out for the rest of this. I'm just going to let that metronome play out. And if you have any questions, or if you would like to see any other CCR tunes, I'm totally motivated to do a few more of these songs. I've been missing these songs for a long time. Great guitar, iconic songs. I'm glad you stuck around, and I'm glad you're playing your guitar. And if you would like to, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, do all that stuff, the obligatory stuff. Watch, there goes my pick again, must be a thing. Watch videos that come up after this, because I think these are intended specifically for you. And until next time, happy picking.